Hello, 7th standard CBSE children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are doing well. We are continuing the lesson chapter 11 Transportation in Animals part 2 video number 18. So we are doing video number 18 chapter 11 Transportation in Animals and Plants. Right? Yesterday we have seen transportation in animals as structure of blood, structure of human blood, as types of blood cells. What do you recollect? They are blood is a liquid tissue, liquid connective tissue circulated throughout the body. And it is formed of, it is said, composition of blood or components of blood as fluid portion, blood plasma, and solid corpuscles as RBC, WBC, and blood platelets. Now this RBC, also known as erythrocytes, WBC, leukocytes, and platelets are known as thrombocytes. I hope you remember that. Recollect those points. Then we said about size and shape, lifespan. Remember the lifespan produced by bone marrow, destroyed in RBC, liver and spleen, WBC, they are as pus, and platelets, they are for blood clot. Yeah. So this is structure of blood cell types, and RBC contains a respiratory pigment hemoglobin, which combines with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Yeah. And mammalian RBC, absence of nucleus, which is the characteristic feature. I hope you understand. So this is for blood cell types. Right? Today in video number 18, we are going to learn about structure of human heart. Now the structure of human heart, there are 4 chambers as 2 atria plural, atrium singular. 2 atria and 2 ventricles. Now this number of atria and ventricles in vertebrates, right from vertebrates only, the occurrence of heart chambers present. As you know, vertebrates, they are classified into 5 classes. They are subdivided into 5 classes as class Pisces, class Amphibia, class Reptiles, class Aves, and class Mammalia. 5 classes. What are all? Pisces, Amphibians, Reptiles, Aves, and Mammals. Otherwise we say Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. Now in this, class Pisces will have 2 chambers, 1 auricle, 1 ventricle. Class Amphibia having 3 chambers, 2 auricles, 2 atria, and 1 ventricle. This atrium, it is also known as auricles. It is as auricles. Now we are naming it as atrium. So class Amphibia will have 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. Whereas Reptilia and Aves, they have 4 chambers, 2 atria and 2 ventricles, but they are incompletely divided. Whereas class Mammalia is having well-formed 4-chambered heart. I hope you understand. Now this heart is present in the position called mediastinum. Heart is present in the space called mediastinum. What does it mean? Inside the rib cage. We have learnt 6th standard body movements. We have learnt a human skeleton. Yeah. We have learnt about rib cage. There are 12 pairs of ribs. In that first 7 pairs, they are known as true ribs, including the internal organs, vital organ, especially heart and lungs, right? And the space between the 2 lungs, the heart is located, and that space is called mediastinum. I repeat, the space between the 2 lungs within the rib cage, it is known as mediastinum, and within this mediastinum portion, heart is located. And the size of the heart is one's own fist. Size of the heart is one's own fist. One's own fist na நீ ஒன் கை எவ்வளவு பிடிக்குமோ அதுதான் size of the heart. சரி, size of the heart is one's own fist. சரி, then it is covered by an outer layer that is called pericardium. That is known as pericardium. Outer layer, it is covered by pericardium. I hope you understand. So I repeat, heart is located in the space called mediastinum in between the 2 lungs. Then the size of the heart is one's own fist, and it is covered by a double-walled pericardium. The space between the 2-layered pericardium is filled with pericardial fluid, and which is protecting the heart from as shock absorber. And the heart is formed of cardiac muscle. Heart is formed of cardiac muscle. It is an involuntary muscle where it is not under the control of our willpower. And then it is capable of initiating the heartbeat. The rhythmic activity of heartbeat is initiated by the heart muscle that is called cardiac muscle. And it is called, in human, it is called myogenic heart. In human, it is called myogenic heart due to the presence of this cardiac muscle. Myo referring to muscle fiber. I hope you are listening. So it is referring to cardiac muscle, myogenic heart. I hope you understand. So this is for the introduction for structure of human heart. Go through mediastinum, one's own fist, pericardium, cardiac muscle, myogenic heart. Can you understand? Right. The next one, heart is formed of 4 chambers, 2 atria, and 2 ventricles. 2 atria, atrium singular, atria plural. So 2 atria and 2 ventricles. Right? Now this 2 atria, it is as right atrium and left atrium. Same way, 2 ventricles, right ventricle and left ventricle. I hope you understand. And this right atrium and left atrium, they are separated by interauricular septum. Separated by interauricular septum. They are separated from each other as interauricular septum in the lung. Same way, ventricles, they are separated by interventricular septum. They are as interventricular septum. Interventricular septum. Now, as a whole, we say both atria and ventricle, they are separated from each other as interauriculoventricular septum. Interauriculoventricular septum. I hope you understand. So, there is no mixing of blood. Then at the same time, right atrium is opening into the left atrium by an opening called tricuspid valve. Right atrium is opening into the right ventricle by tricuspid valve. Cuspid na in mari moon irukkum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mari moon irukkum. So right atrium opening into right ventricle by tricuspid valve. Same way, left atrium opening into left atrium opening into left ventricle by bicuspid valve. Only 2. 1, 2. It is bicuspid valve. It is also known as mitral valve. Bicuspid valve is also known as mitral valve. And there is one more valve we come across that is known as semi-lunar valve. That is known as semi-lunar valve, where from the left ventricle it is taking outside. From the left ventricle, semi-lunar valve is taking the blood outside. I hope you are able to follow this. So far we have done as mediastinum, shape only one's own fist, outer covering pericardium, heart is formed of cardiac muscle, it is a myogenic heart, then chambers of heart only 2 atria, 2 ventricles, and separated by interauricular septum and interventricular septum. And the valves present in human heart, they are tricuspid valve, bicuspid or mitral valve and semi-lunar valve. I hope you understand. Now, the major blood vessels are aorta. Major blood vessels are aorta and vena cava. Major blood vessels, they are aorta and vena cava. In that, the major blood vessels, they are as aorta, as it is supplying pure blood or oxygenated blood from the heart to various parts of the body. So, aorta, it carries oxygenated blood. Aorta carries oxygenated blood or pure blood. Okay? Whereas these two, they are impure blood. They carry impure blood or deoxygenated blood. They carry impure blood or deoxygenated blood. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is aorta and vena cava. Now, 1 minute. Okay, now see this diagram. Can you see this? Longitudinal section of human heart. Longitudinal section of human heart. என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு? Labeling, aorta, pulmonary artery, bicuspid valve, semilunar valve, pericardium, tricuspid valve, inferior vena cava, superior vena cava. Can you see? See. Now, we see the system, human circulatory system is made up of heart, blood and the blood vessels. It is concerned with circulating blood to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every parts of the body. The heart is a hollow muscular organ. It is somewhat conical in shape. It is covered with double-walled membrane called pericardium. The space between the pericardial membrane is called pericardial space and is filled with pericardial fluid. And the pericardial fluid protects the heart from shock, and the heart is placed inside the thoracic chamber in between the two lungs. That space is known as mediastinum. I hope you understand. Then we are learning about another description. Then about the chambers of the heart. We are learning. Go through panna. Diagram go through panna. Can you? Go through panna. Aorta spelling A-O-R-T-A. Aorta. It distributes oxygenated blood or impure blood to various parts of the body. Aorta distributes oxygenated blood or impure blood to various parts of the body. And vena cava, it is as superior and inferior vena cava. What does it mean? The upper portion, that is from the thorax and head region up to rib cage, up to the stomach region, the impure blood is collected from various parts of the body, and through the superior vena cava it reaches the heart. Same way, from the abdominal portion and down, the impure blood or deoxygenated blood is collected and reaching the inferior vena cava. So vena cava is a impure blood vessel collecting deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body. So that is the two major blood vessels. They are aorta and vena cava. I hope you understand. Go through panna. Can I go through? Diagram per RA, right atrium, RV, right ventricle. RA, right atrium, RV, ventricle. Yeah? Can you understand? Right atrium, right ventricle. Go through this. சரியா? diagram படிச்சு உனக்கு வரைய தெரியுமா? Can you try? Just go through points recollect panna. I am going bit slow. Main cardiac muscle. What I said for cardiac muscle? The heart is formed of cardiac muscle. It is involuntary muscle. It is myogenic in nature. That is deriving from the muscle fibers. Formed of muscle fibers. And it is characteristics of creating or initiating the heartbeat. The rhythmic activity of heartbeat is initiated by this heart muscle. I hope you understand. So this is just the introduction and the chambers of the heart. Go through that. We'll just continue. Hello, 7th standard. We'll just continue as blood vessels. Now we are going to continue blood vessels. What is it? Blood vessel. The major blood vessels are aorta and vena cava. Then this aorta branching into arteries and vena cava branching into veins. Aorta branching aorta branching into arteries and vena cava is collecting as veins. Now when we say aorta as branching into artery, it goes like this. Okay, same way veins. Vein, it collects impure blood from various parts and branching like this. Okay, so now these are veins, and veins and arteries, they are ending in capillaries. Veins and arteries, they are ending in capillaries. So now arteries ending in capillaries, they are called arterioles. Arteries ending in capillaries, they are called arterioles, and veins ending in capillaries, they are known as venules. I hope you understand. So now this arterioles and venules, they intermingle each other at several points, as when the muscle fibers, they are branching into, they are ending with fine muscle fibers. So when the neurons are nerve cell, when they are ending with something, they are with the nerve fibers. They are called nerve endings or synapses. Okay. So now these capillaries, arteries, arterioles and venules, and then myofibrils, that is muscle fibrils, and synapses, nerve ending, they always intermingle each other at every finishing point. So now we say blood vessel. The major blood vessels are aorta distributing oxygenated or pure blood to various parts of the body through arteries. Same way, veins collect impure blood or deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body and reaching the heart. So that is as capillary ending as venules. Right? Now we say aorta distributes through arteries, whereas veins collect impure blood and reaching the heart through lower portion as inferior vena cava and anterior portion as superior vena cava. I hope you understand. Same way, aorta distributes various pure blood to various parts of the body. I hope you understand. So now see this table, it is a major blood vessel distribution. As we say, right atrium is collecting blood from superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and one more I have to say, the heart itself is supplied with artery and vein. Blood vessels as artery and vein, where vein it is called coronary vein. Same way, artery it is known as coronary artery. So now right atrium receives deoxygenated blood through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava and coronary vein. And before that I like to say, arteries supplies pure blood to various parts of the body except pulmonary artery. Same way, veins collect impure blood from various parts of the body except pulmonary vein. Due to position of the pulmonary artery and vein, it functions other way. And then, so right atrium receives impure blood as superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and coronary vein. And right ventricle receives deoxygenated blood from right atrium to right ventricle. I hope you understand. From there it sends to the heart for purification and the lungs for purification through pulmonary artery. Right? So left atrium, it receives oxygenated blood from the lungs through pulmonary vein. I hope you understand. So left atrium receives pure blood from the lungs through pulmonary veins. So through pulmonary veins. Pulmonary vein. I hope you are able to follow. Left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs through pulmonary vein. And from the left atrium, ventricle, the pure blood or oxygenated blood is reaching the aorta by the opening of semilunar valve. I hope you could follow this. Now I say right atrium is opening into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve. Same way, left atrium is opening into left ventricle through bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve is also known as mitral valve. I hope you understand up to this. Now listen. The right atrium, now functioning of heart I am saying, please listen carefully. Now the right atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood or impure blood from various parts of the body through inferior vena cava and superior vena cava reaching the right atrium. Another impure blood. I hope you understand. The same way, from the lungs, the oxygenated blood is reaching the left atrium through pulmonary vein. I hope you understand. So now right atrium with the deoxygenated blood, left atrium with the oxygenated blood. Now both the chambers are full. So now we say it is a diastole condition or relaxed condition. Diastole or relaxed position. Now the heart is in relaxed, the chambers are in relaxed position filled with oxygenated blood in left atrium, deoxygenated blood in right atrium. Now when both the atria contract, from the right atrium, deoxygenated blood is pushed into the right ventricle. Same way, the oxygenated blood is pushed into the left ventricle. How? This is through tricuspid valve and this is through bicuspid valve. I hope you are able to follow this. Yeah. So now the ventricles are full. By the way, it receives next set of these two atria receives next quantity of impure and pure blood respectively. So now when the ventricles contract, systole, when the ventricle contracts from the right ventricle through the pulmonary artery, it is reaching the lungs for purification. And it is the impure blood. So when the right ventricle contracts, the impure blood from the right ventricle through the pulmonary artery, the blue line is there, through the pulmonary artery, it is reaching the lungs. A rendu lungs right and left lung. Yeah. So it reaches the lungs through pulmonary artery. For purification. Purification impure blood carbon dioxide nare irukkum. So when oxygen is reaching the lungs, it will be getting exchanged. Now when the left ventricle contracts, through the semilunar valve, it is reaching the aorta. Through the semilunar valve, it goes into the aorta, and from the aorta, it is branching into different arteries and it is distributing pure blood or oxygenated blood to various parts of the body. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is functioning of the heart. So we say diastole and systole, right? And then the distribution of the collection of impure blood from various parts of the body through different veins, that is has venous system, and when it is distributing to various parts of the body, that is to arterial system. Now these arteries, when it goes to different parts of the body, when the artery entering into different parts of the body, it is as, we name it as another. When it goes to the liver, it is called hepatic artery. When it goes to stomach to supply pure blood, it is gastric. When it goes to small intestine, iliac artery. When it goes to kidney, it is renal artery. When it goes to the pelvic region, it is as sciatic artery. Like that, different terms based on their position and location, the arteries are given terms. Same way for venous system also, hepatic vein, renal vein, sciatic vein, and then different veins are given the term. I hope you follow this. So here we say the valves of the heart, they are as tricuspid, bicuspid and semilunar valve. Right? Now the circulation, when the blood is circulated, we say there are two main loop. circulation. One is pulmonary circulation, another one is called systemic circulation. இது நம்ம bookல இல்லை, என்னால தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். The circulation of blood can be divided into two main loops, the pulmonary circulation loop and systemic circulation loop. அப்படின்னா என்னது? Pulmonary circulation transports deoxygenated blood from the right side of the heart, அதான் ventricle, to where blood picks up oxygen and returns to left side of the heart. I hope you understand. Whereas systemic circulation carries highly oxygenated blood from left side of the heart to all the tissues of the body. And systemic circulation removes waste from body tissues and returns deoxygenated blood to the right side of the body. I hope you understand. And then this is as two types of circulation. And then as I said, artery, veins and capillaries. இந்த ஃபிகர் பாரு, இதான் நான் போர்டில் வரைஞ்சேன், கரெக்டாக பார்த்து ஒரு நிமிஷம். Can you see this? Artery and vein ending with capillaries. Red வந்து artery, vein வந்து blue. Normally arteries oxygenated blood we represent with the red color, vein வந்து blue color. I hope you understand. So now the lesson description of the heart சொல்றது இந்த வீடியோல structure of human heart picture வரும். Okay. Now arteries, difference between artery and vein, that you should know. Difference between artery and vein. Arteries carry blood from the heart to various parts. Arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, and the arterial wall is thick and elastic, and it is found deep inside the muscles, whereas valves are absent. Whereas veins, it carries blood from organs to the heart, and it carries deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. The pulmonary artery vein position of the idinaala maari irukum, and wall is thin and elastic, and it is found superficially, and valves are present. நார்மலாக நம்ம வந்து டாக்டர்ஸ் பிளட் டெஸ்ட் எடுக்க சொல்லுவாங்க, அப்போ வந்து நம்ம கையில் இது எடுப்பாங்க, இந்த கையில் இங்கே எடுப்பாங்க, இங்கே தான் வெயின் வந்து ஓடும். நீ நல்லா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நடுவில் வந்து இந்த பச்சையாக இருக்கும், அது வந்து நரம்பு. இங்கே இருக்கிற பச்சை இதெல்லாம் நரம்பு. லைட்டாக ப்ளூ தெரியும், அதுதான் வெயின்ஸ். சரி, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஃபார் difference between arteries and veins. Okay, now 1 minute. In the book la enna solirukku arteries and veins, vena cava adeyum irukku. idhula network of capillaries, idu konjam thinner network of capillaries. Artery, அதிலிருந்து small artery ending in capillaries. Same way, vein, small vein ending in capillaries. But சில புக்கில் வந்து arterioles venules இருக்காது. ஆனால் you should know the terms. என்னது? Arteries ending in capillaries, that is called arterioles. Same way, veins ending in capillaries, that is known as venules. Now when the functioning of heart, that contraction and relaxation, that is as diastole and systole, that is as loved up sound. Yeah, நீ வந்து உன்னோட கையை இந்த இடது பக்கமாக கொஞ்சம் இப்படி வச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ஹார்ட் பீட் யூ கேன் ஃபீல் loved up sound. You can feel the loved up sound. That is heartbeat. And that for a normal person, the heart beat 72 times per minute. For 1 minute, it beats for 72 times. And same time, the blood circulation can also be felt. And then we talk about pulse. இந்த ரிஸ்ட் இருக்குல்ல, இந்த ரிஸ்ட் இங்கே வந்து நீ இப்படி இந்த 2 விரலை இங்கே இப்படி வச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அங்கேயும் யூ கேன் ஃபீல் த பல்ஸ். இதுவும் ஹார்ட் பீட் ரேட் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு பல்ஸ் ரேட். இதுவும் 72 to 80 times per minute. இப்படி வச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உனக்கு வந்து இந்த இடத்துல இந்த பல்ஸ் ரேட் தெரியும். I hope you understand. So this is for heartbeat. ஒரு நிமிஷம் இந்த டயக்ராம் பாரு, இதுவும் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். artery, vein, capillaries. Can you? artery, vein, capillaries. 3 டயக்ராம் காமிச்சிருக்கேன், பார்த்துக்கோ. சரியா? நெக்ஸ்ட்டு ஒரு நிமிஷம் structure of human heart சொல்லியாச்சு. then how the heart workum சொல்லியாச்சு. as large veins carry deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body to right atrium of the heart, which relaxes to receive the blood. Which relaxes to receive the blood. Then right atrium then contract and pours this blood into the right ventricle, which relaxes to receive. The right ventricle contracts and pours deoxygenated blood into the pulmonary artery, which carry to the lungs. Right? Then exchange of gases takes place in the lungs and oxygen-rich blood sent back to left side of the heart. இது வந்து impure bloodக்கு நடக்கும். சரியா? So when the ventricle contracts, left atrium relaxes to receive oxygenated blood from the pulmonary vein, which brings blood from the lungs, and then the left atrium then contracts and pours oxygenated blood into the left ventricle, which relaxes to receive it. Right? Now the left ventricle then contracts and pours oxygenated blood into the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body. Then it distributes to various parts of the body. I hope you understand. So this is for human heart structure and function. I hope you are able to follow. So go through the lesson so far. Certain detail is not given in my textbook clearly, so you have to refer to this video plus QB answers that I am giving. You have to follow it up. சரியா? I hope you understand. So this is human heart transportation in animals, video number 18. We have learned human heart. Video number 17, start of the lesson, we have learned about blood cell types. Now we are learning about video 18, we have learned about structure of human heart. So we will continue in the next video session. Have a good day. Thank you. Just go through the figure that is given in the board. One nimsham go through panna, then I will wind up. Just go through. Can you?